Oh, hey. Okay, we are live. We are live in this beach. All right, some light. I don't have very much light. Let's see. So I am in China, as you know, and I am getting ready to try some SNAIL a little while back, and I talked about products that I got. This is actually a little bit more expensive than that. I was on Tao, so I was doing some research recently on of SNAIL essence. If you follow me on Instagram, you know about a couple months ago I did a SNAIL essence mask. Excuse me. I didn't know what it was. I just knew it was snazzy. Didn't know what the benefits were, anything, but that was the last time I did make my skin feel. Ever since then, I've been doing a sheet week. Sometimes it'll be a brightening sheet mask, moisturizing for that. Sometimes I'll see if I can put a link below to where I got this on Taobao. But I saw a product on Taobao that I was thinking about getting. It was 90 nail essence and just straight up snail mucus. And so let's talk about the benefits of snail essence first, and then I'll talk about some of the products. So here's why. Let me get my teeth. The experience from that kind of an adventure. They're probably getting cut all day, and their body is constantly producing this mucus, this secretion goes quickly. Well, that's what snail essence is. Snail that is created from snail. Now, there's a video on YouTube somewhere where you can see how it's made. I chose not. I'd rather just know it's in here. I honestly don't know how much snail essence. I went on to research on some of the different ways that you can get snail essence. So of course, I knew you could get it in a sheet mask, but I came across this 95%. The reason I decided not to buy that great price is because it also has a white, and some people do essence whitener. I came across those as I was shopping for these. They did have this in a variant that would whiten your skin, and that's not. I happen to love skin. Anyway, let me see if I can translate this because I'm at this in China. You'll see that it is in Chinese. I don't know what the fuck it says. I don't know. I see something that says do not do something. Well, let me read that. It says minutes. A couple characters. People. 3 somethings. Oh, Lord. I mean, I know how to use it. It's just a sheet mask. You put it on. You wash your face first, which I did. I washed my face, and I used a hyaluronic. Pronounced. That's actually not correct. Go with that. It's hyaluronic. That's hyaluronic. And I used a hyaluronic to give me some hydration and to prepare my face to receive the mask. Reflective gold package, so it's a little difficult. Let me see if I can get some idea of what is being said here. Let me open my translator. Lord. Let's see. Cow Essence Moisturizing Cream Moisturizing Mask. Reduce the amount of water and oil in the uniform. Oh Lord, information. I know that this is really good for reducing and preventing acne. It helps to even out the skin tones. Like all the things that you want it to do. It's a moisturizer. Shit, I can't see what this says because it's on a reflective gold package and my translator's just not picking it up. But anyway, I'm going to use it. So the way that I use it is a little different than some people. So here's a little use a sheet mask. You'll notice that I'm kind of pushing it down. I'm actually separating some of the essence from the mask because you don't really need all the essence. Oh, I forgot something. Hold on. Excuse my sniffles. It is season in China. People don't wash their hands or cover their mouths when they sneeze. Different than some people. Some people open the mask, put it on, rub what's left of the essence all over their body. I'm not doing that. Things cost too much. What I do is I separate a little bit of the essence from the mask. So before I put this mask on my skin, though, I am going to rub some of the essence onto my face. It's kind of like a glue, so to speak. But I know you see me using my fingers. Ooh, it's slimy. This is a clearer than some of the other essences. This is more like a gel. And I did a Queen Helene peppermint mask this morning before I went to work, but I didn't have time to do any of this. So I'm going to try to see if I can give you an idea of the consistency. It's like, you see? It's like coochie juice. It's got the same consistency as a healthy coochie. See? There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out. And like I said, as I take it out, I like to only take out the mask and leave most of the essence so that I'm not wasting it. Because shit's not cheap. So I'm going to set this to the side for a moment. And I'm opening. Oh wow, this is beautiful. You can. I'm not going to try to show it to you because I'll pour it all over my MacBook, and we don't need that. But what I will do, it just looks like a clear gel, but it's clear. I don't use it for anything else. I'm going to use a makeup brush, and it's got a really clean fragrance to it. I like it. It doesn't really smell like anything in particular. It's just really clean. Because it has brightening effects, I'm going to make sure I get it under my eyes. Because I have a 1-year-old who sometimes does not like to sleep at night. And I'm going to make sure I get it on my lip. Okay? Now, what I will essence is throughout the rest of this week when I wash my face, after I wash my face, this will come after my toner. It's got so many benefits. It's a moisturizer, it's a brightener, it's a blemish remover, it's an acne fuck. So I'm going to set this to the side. It's got a nice amount of serum in it. After I wash my face and put my toner, use this same, put that essence on before I put in. I'm just getting some of the essence out the brush. Because like I said, this is a glue. Now this is the first time I've ever used this mask. So as I go, this particular mask is cool because it has some masks come with what looks like two pieces of fabric, and you can't really tell which one is yours and which one is trash. But this particular mask actually comes with a piece of plastic that is vented. So you know for sure exactly which one is yours and which one is trash. And it's a nice big mask too. Big. Yeah, I like this one. So apparently this is the bottom. Your face is going to get it. If I can do here. Ooh, it's sticky. Ooh, sticky. Other masks. It doesn't feel any thinner. It's definitely wetter though. And it might not necessarily be wet. It just might be the consistency of the snail essence. So I'm still fitting it on. You leave it on for 15 minutes, but my time won't start until I get it fitted. And something I always struggle with is because I have lips, and a lot of these aren't marketed to women with lips. I got to get all my lips in there, which kind of changes the agreement that the mask has to make. So I like that this one has the little cutouts on the nose. Stay there properly. I mean, it looks thinner, to be honest with you, because it's a little bit more see-through. But it doesn't feel any thinner. It's got a lot of essence on it. So I'm going to go ahead and just settle with it, because at some point, enough is enough, and I'm going to end up messing it up if I keep trying to make it perfect. It is going into my hair, which I'm not really worried about. I mean, it's snail essence. It's not going to bleach my hair. It's not going to make my hair fall out. I got really full, lush, healthy African edges, so I don't have to worry about that. So I hold on to this and do something with it. Well, what I like to do is then go in and take out any little bit of essence that's still in there and put it on top of the mask. And if you don't know, if you're wondering why I'm using a sheet mask, because what the mask does is it kind of just puts the stuff directly on your skin, and it forces your skin to just sit with it. Can't run away, can't evaporate. Can't be mad at that though. I've had some that were too small. Oh, here. It's like it's in my eye, but I'm gonna work with it. So right now it is 9:57. It does feel like it burns a little bit, which I wasn't expecting. Range. I mean, I do a mask about 2 or 3 times a week, and it never burns. I wasn't expecting it to burn. Picked up a snail and it burned. But it does have a little bit of a burning. Some people might diplomatically call it a tingling feeling, but no, that's pain. Pain on my forehead, right above my lip, right here. I haven't exfoliated today, so I know that I didn't like over exfoliate my skin, and it's just, reacting to that. I think it's actually burning. I think it's burn. But we'll see. I'm gonna leave it on. 9:57. We're gonna rock 12. 10:12. It's not my baby. I live in an apartment building, so it's fine. Isn't that interesting? It's probably not a good idea to eat while you're wearing this because it does shift your face. It's so good. It'll lunches. Couldn't just leave it alone. So the burning now, it is still happening. It's definitely still burning. Oh, it is burning. Why is it burning? I ain't never had a sheet mask that burnt before. Let me see. It burns a little bit down here. It burns right in here. Burning above my lip. Right here on the sides, it's burning. It seems like the areas where I kind of struggle a little bit more with acne, it's burning. So maybe that's not too abnormal. Maybe attacking. When you first put it on, if you washed your hair and your scalp is a little open and it's crooked as fuck, it's annoying me. But I'm gonna rock with it because it's big. Like I really am not used to a sheet mask that is this big. Like it doesn't usually go into my hair. I cut it, but I think I should. Should have a beard. I wish I had some elevator music for you. I'm sorry. Actually, I might. Shit, YouTube flag everything. All I could do is sing my own songs on YouTube. I got a couple songs. So tell me, what is your go-to? How do you use them? Information you want to share about using sheet masks? I just started getting into them this year. I kind of thought they were kind of gimmicky, but after them on a regular basis, I started to see how vital they were to my beauty regimen. They are definitely not gimmicky. Now, here's one thing I noticed too. The mask kind of times itself out. When it's time to take it off, it does kind of release itself from your skin. You can notice that it's kind of letting go because it's letting go. If you know If you do like a here, here's kind of what I'm experiencing. It is still burning. It is burning. I wasn't expecting that really. But I'm gonna rock with it. I'm still rocking with it. It's burning right here where I'm touching it. It's kind of releasing itself from my chin. There's just not any. There's not any essence there. It's absorbed into my skin, and I can keep redistributing essence from a face, but that and the fact that I'm talking, it's going to continue to come off. But you'll notice that I'm rubbing it in my hands too, because I ain't stupid. Shit. And I look forward. I love that I figured out how to use this extra essence. The first time I got one of these, there was a snail essence mask. I didn't know what to do with this shit. I threw it away. This is actually about a week, maybe a week worth of serum. It's a serum, so to speak. And, you know, there are some weeks when I'm super busy and I can't do a mask 2 or 3 times a week. So it's really helpful that right after I finish my skin regimen with the cleanser, a regular cleanser and my toner, that I can go back in and actually go in with this serum every day and give myself this snail shit. Just to check in, I'm still burning. I'm burning where I'm touching. I'm burning right where I'm touching. Burn. And you can see the mask is releasing itself from the areas where it's finished, which is great. Some people sleep with these on. I wouldn't recommend it. What can start to it starts to skin, rather give to it. Too much of anything is not good. And some people minutes to an hour or something. Again, I would not recommend. You always want to follow this up with some kind of a moisturizer. I prefer to use my shea butter. I mix shea butter and coconut oil together and use it. The coconut oil softens the shea butter. Coconut oil is also a natural antibacterial. Shea butter is a non-comedogenic moisturizer. And it does a great job at evening out your skin tone. So I always go in after I let this dry a little bit. I always go in and add this mix. I just buy a bunch of coconut oil because I use it for everything. I use it in my hair, on my skin. I use it for my daughter's diaper cream instead of like a Desitin. You know, I use coconut oil for her, on her skin, her hair, everything. I cook with it. So I have that on hand always. Some shit. Excuse me, I'm yawning. It's getting late. It's 10:08. I use the baby bottle sanitizer because it has a really gentle steam. I put some cocoa butter. I mean, not cocoa. I don't use cocoa butter anymore because it is comedogenic. It does actually clog your pores. But I put the shea butter and the coconut oil in a cup, and then I put it in. I cover it and put it inside the steamer, and the steamer gets just hot enough to melt it down. I blend it up together, and then I've got this amazing. It's got this real creamy texture because if you know shea butter, you know that it can be very sticky, almost like almost really hard to work with. But when you mix it with that coconut oil, it just gives it a really creamy texture that is just beautiful. I use it all day on my lips during the day at work. My entire body gets it every day before I go to work. It's just an amazing, wonderful thing. Still burning, no big deal. We'll make it through. Must be doing something if it's burning now. That's what they say. That's what they say. No pain, no pain, no gain. I will not play that song. No pain. It was a street. She called me over and she said to me, "Whew, that was love." My days on this earth may not be so wasted telling you nothing wrong. No gain, oh, no pain, no pain, no gain. I'm literally, because I can't see out of this one. The mask is covering this eye. It seems to be that this fabric, as it releases itself, expands. And this is a fabric, it's not a paper, which I like. I love this song. Can't shit. My vocals ain't on point. Oh, no pain. Oh, shoot. This China air is bad for your throat. Bit here. It's not wet on the forehead, although it can. Now, mind you, I am sitting in front of a space heater because it's China. We don't have any heat in our homes. So I am sitting in front of a space heater. So it might be more than it normally would. I'm going to actually let this part go ahead and release on its... It's 10 to 12. So it's been 15 minutes. I always like to pull it up. Whenever I do my... because your pores go this way and you have to put things up. So anyway, this is still wet. Now I still have some, so I'm just spots so that I make the most. Ooh, the little titties get some too. I can't do a Cardi B and show y'all everything, and I wouldn't anyway. Oh, that feels great. That feels so good. That's what I do. If I squeeze it, there's nothing coming out. So, no, it's just a little damp. I think I'm cheap as fuck. It feels so good. It's not sticky, but it is a little slimy. It does have like some slip to it, but it's almost like it's hard to describe. There was a black opal serum that my mama used to use that feels a lot like this. It's great. Feels very luxurious. And so my skin has now absorbed it. I just pat it a little bit. Cheeks are cold. It dry. Cheeks. This does still have a little bit of yes. Mama up all the things. Better, I'm not. Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. People say about Dela, this shit is good. It's delicious. You like it too. Mm. Anyway, so I feel like maybe but yeah, it's still a little too damp.